Friends, this is a story about two friends who lived in a small village. One day, they went to the city for some work and were returning to their village. To reach their village, they had to pass through a dense forest. As they were passing through the forest, one of the friends felt thirsty and wandered off to find water. After some time, evening fell and night began to descend. The two friends looked around and saw a cave surrounded by trees. They thought it was a good place to spend the night. They gathered some firewood, went inside the cave, and lit a fire. It was night, and the fire was burning inside the cave. It was pitch dark, and they could hear the sounds of wild animals. One of the friends started to feel scared from within. He had heard many stories about ghosts and spirits that roamed the forest at night. He thought that if they encountered any such spirit, it would not spare them. He told his friend, "Have you ever seen anything like this?" His friend laughed and asked, "No, I haven't seen anything, but some people I know have." His friend tried to reassure him, saying, "Don't believe in such hearsay. Now go to sleep. I'm feeling sleepy too." And with that, his friend fell asleep. But the other friend was still scared. He lay down, but couldn't sleep. He felt like someone was watching him from the darkness. The shadows on the rocks made him even more frightened. After a few hours, he finally dozed off. But soon, he had a nightmare. In the dream, he saw a terrifying shadow approaching him. As the shadow drew closer, it grew bigger and more frightening. He saw a hand with long nails reaching out to grab him. Just as the hand was about to grab his neck, he woke up with a start. He looked at his friend, who was still sleeping. He shook him awake and told him about his nightmare. His friend smiled and said, "If you see that shadow again, just tell it. I'm not afraid of you. Come and face me." The friend did as he was told. After some time, the shadow reappeared in his dream. But this time, he didn't feel scared. Instead, he gathered his courage and said, "I'm not afraid of you. Come and face me." As he said this, the shadow began to shrink and eventually disappeared. This story teaches us that the fears we have inside us can be overcome if we face them bravely. Just like the shadow in the story, our fears will disappear if we confront them with courage.